What is going on, guys? This is JWax412, and we're here to talk about Sea of Thieves and the microtransactions. Now, before anybody gets fucking butthurt over this or start fanboying, just please hear me out, listen to the fucking video, then form your opinions. So without further ado, let's talk about this shit. So if you have not heard yet, Sea of Thieves will add microtransactions around 3 months after release. Now, 3 months. Now, why do you think it's 3 months in? It's apparently because it's not ready to go yet. It's going to be available in the first patch, but I'm going to tell you exactly why it's 3 months. People are scared of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 debacle. They're scared of that backlash, so they are waiting 3 months. This shit's ready to go, right? But they are waiting 3 months. So people get invested in the game, people buy the game up front, and they don't hurt the initial sales, and they'll add them down the line. They don't want to add microtransactions immediately because they know they fucking shouldn't do it. That's why we're waiting 3 months later. So don't believe the fact that it's not ready yet or the patches come out. The information is here now. Believe me, that shit is ready now. If not now, it'll be ready for release. So let's dive into this. Now, this article from IGN. I really don't like IGN, but there's plenty of other articles to concur with this. And this is them quoting the guy, the Rare developer, executive producer Joe Neate. So Joe Neate told IGN, "Our focus at launch is on a great game experience. When we deliver the first major update, that's when we'll turn on the ability for players to spend money optionally." Now, I know a lot of people are gonna get me on that. Oh, it's optional. It's optional. Just keep listening. "We thought long and hard about what's right for our game experience. And the key thing we think is it has to add to the fun, social nature of the game. So anything in this area will not impact power or progression, and you'll always know what you're getting. So that means no loot crates." Oh my fuck. Well, aren't you just a patriot goddamn sakes of video games? There's going to be no loot box. You guys are fucking heroes. Now, look, I agree with slightly what he said, right? It has to add to anything in this area that will not impact power progression. So they're telling you right there, they're taking a jab at Star Wars Battlefront 2 and saying it will not affect in-game. And that is fine. That is good. Let's continue. So, Neate explains there will be opportunities to earn paid currency through normal play. I'm sure it's going to be a goddamn grind fest. You probably, I'm sure you can earn in-game currency, but it's going to take you forever. And opening your wallet is going to be much more viable. It's going to be very tempting for most players just to open their wallets and say, fuck it, I don't want to go through this goddamn arduous grind fest. I'll just put the money up front and get the content I want. So, let's talk about it some more here, right? The first paid content for the game will come in the form of pets. It'll either be on a shoulder, like a monkey, or like a cat on the ship, explains Neate. But it'll kind of benefit everyone, socially and emotionally. Socially and emotionally? This guy, I always talk about, it's gonna kind of, he says kind of, this is a quote here, benefit everyone socially and emotionally. Whatever the fuck that means. It's gonna benefit people emotionally. So if I've got a cat, I can pick it up and look at it. Or you can pick it up and run off with it. Obviously, when you put it down, it'll come back. Well, I would fucking hope so if I'm going to be paying for the goddamn cat. Cats are real life, guess what? You put them down, they fuck off. They don't come back. Cats do their own thing. That's not a big deal. I really want to allow us to fire cats and other animals out of cannons. It'll land on its feet. It's a cat. It'll be fine. Well, first of all, no shit. Second of all, it's a digital cat. I can see PETA being all over him for this shit. I really don't care about that, but now we're getting this shit. And like I said, stay with me here. You can see why I'm going to explain my point more here in a second. Let me get through all this first. Beyond that, Rare is looking to include potions that alter you cosmetically, like a drop that turns your character model old for a certain amount of time. The mission statement is that microtransaction items have emotional, not mechanical value. So this guy is really, that's a quote from him, this guy is really pushing the narrative of these emotional values, emotional attachments to these microtransactions. Like, these microtransactions are going to add something emotional, add something, you know, it's going to make you attached to the, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but he's putting some kind of narrative here where he's saying it's gonna get you emotionally invested in this game, paying $10 for a fucking cat, probably. As for why the game has microtransactions at all, Neat puts it down to the increased cost of running a game that will continuously add content beyond launch. And this is his quote. It's always an interesting topic, but ultimately, I have to look at the reality of running a game as a service as a business. My goal, and everyone else's goal here, is to have as many people as possible working on this, and just keep giving people reasons to return, reasons to have fun. We have to run that like a business. You need revenue coming in. I completely fucking agree, and I know what he means. Games are expensive, and if they're really gonna do, okay, all this additional content for free, all this additional stuff, missions, whatever, and make the game more valuable, keep coming back to it, because let's not forget this is a $60 goddamn retail title, okay, to begin with, then yeah, add missions or add whatever you want to do. But shit like a cat and a parrot, I'm gonna get my point here in a second here. But like a cat and a parrot is little cosmetic items. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna get to my exact point in a second. Sea of Thieves seemingly set to receive far more extra content than paid. I call bullshit on that. Aside from timed events and smaller additions, the first major update is primed to turn the base game's end game into its start game. That was another little quote there. He said start game. Okay, so let me tell you this. Let's go back to green screen. Okay, so now, do I completely disagree with cosmetic DLC? Not entirely, not when it's done correctly, but companies now are getting egregious with it. They are charging an astronomical fucking prices. Certain games are charging $20 for one fucking outfit. For one outfit, and that's what I'm scared of here. So this thing here, you get a cat, a monkey, and a parrot, which I'm guessing are going to be all three separate. You have to buy all three separate, and they're going to be a companion with you on your ship, like a parrot on a shoulder, shit like that. And here, for this particular game especially, here is my main fucking issue, right? This is a fucking pirate game, is it not? This game is entirely based around a pirate lore, being a pirate, exploring open seas. So let me ask you guys this big question. Really ask yourself this when I say that, and you might say, that kind of makes a lot of sense. How in the fuck am I getting charged for a parrot in a fucking pirate game? Think about that. They're going to charge me additional money for me to have a fucking parrot on my shoulder, a $60 title, in a fucking pirate game. Perhaps I'm in the minority here, but I feel like if you pay $60 for a goddamn full release title that is a pirate game, a fucking parrot should be standard. Why do you gotta pay extra money to get a fucking parrot on your shoulder? Any goddamn movie you ever seen with pirates or a fucking picture has had a goddamn parrot in it. That is part of the pirate lore. Goddamn parrot on your shoulder. Same with the fucking binoculars, all that shit. That is a problem. That is not the main thing here. We're gonna see. They're waiting 3 months later because they know they should not fucking do it, and they don't want toes in the water just yet. They don't want to detract people from buying their game initially. They do not want to hurt the initial sales. That's the only reason they're waiting the 3 months. So we will see. We will see how much this fucking cat costs. This fucking parrot that should have been there from the beginning. A monkey, and then whatever future additional DLC they're gonna do there. Or they're going to add down the line. We'll see. We'll see what the price of this shit is. Especially, it's going to be interesting to see, too, because this game is going to be included in Game Pass. So how they're going to factor that into the DLC. They might say, hey, we can charge an ass load more for the DLC because it's included in Game Pass. So people will kind of think that they didn't really pay anything for the game. So maybe they'll be more willing to spend money on the DLC. Yada, yada, yada. It's going to be a bumpy ride. But that's why I got a YouTube channel, guys. That's the show I like to talk about. I fucking hate it. I hate it. But that is the biggest offense here. That is the biggest offense. Is I'm getting charged for a fucking parrot in a fucking pirate game. One who else is crazy? They're charging for a fucking cat. I just played a game called Monster Hunter Worlds, and I had a cat from the goddamn beginning that I was able to customize to my liking for free. Maybe I'm in the minority if I feel like that. But anyway, what do you guys think about these microtransactions for Sea of Thieves and microtransactions in general? Share me your stories, share me your thoughts, however you feel. If you agree, hit the like button. If you disagree, hit the fucking dislike button. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Talk to you guys next time. Thanks.